On June 12, 2025, Air India Flight 171 prepared for what was expected to be a routine journey from Ahmedabad to London Gatwick. The evening air buzzed with anticipation as ground crews completed their final checks and passengers made their way through the bustling terminal, eager to reach their destination. Inside the cabin, families, business travelers, and crew members settled into their seats, stowing away bags and buckling up, completely unaware of the disaster that would soon shatter the calm. The Boeing 787, 8 Dreamliner, registration VTANB, gleamed under the fading sun as it taxied to the runway. This aircraft, celebrated for its advanced technology and safety record, was ready for takeoff, its engines humming with power and promise. But just moments after liftoff, something went terribly wrong. The aircraft struggled to gain altitude, barely reaching 625 feet before it began to lose height. Alarms sounded in the cockpit as the pilots fought to keep the plane airborne. Within 2 minutes, all contact with Flight 171 was lost. Air traffic controllers watched in disbelief as the blip vanished from their radar screens, replaced by a chilling silence. The final transmission crackled through the radio, a desperate mayday call from the cockpit, reporting catastrophic engine failure. It was the last anyone would hear from the crew. Seconds later, the plane crashed in a field just beyond the airport perimeter, erupting into a fireball that lit up the night sky. The devastation was immediate and overwhelming, with debris scattered across the landscape. Nearly all 242 people on board, along with several on the ground, lost their lives in the tragedy, making it the deadliest aviation disaster in a decade and sending shockwaves through the global community. The crash marked the first fatal accident for the Dreamliner, a model long considered a symbol of safety, innovation, and the future of air travel. Its reputation was suddenly and tragically called into question. Shockwaves rippled through the aviation world. Families waited in anguish for news, while authorities and investigators scrambled to understand what had gone so catastrophically wrong. Emergency services rushed to the scene, but the force of the impact and the ensuing fire left little hope for survivors. The scale of the tragedy became clear as dawn broke over the wreckage. Around the world, people were left asking, how could a state-of-the-art airliner flown by experienced pilots fall from the sky so soon after takeoff? Was it a technical failure, human error, or something more sinister? The search for answers had only just begun as investigators combed through the wreckage, determined to uncover the truth behind this unimaginable tragedy. The investigation into Flight 171's crash began immediately, as emergency crews and aviation experts rushed to the scene. India's Directorate General of Civil Aviation took the lead, determined to uncover the truth behind the tragedy and provide answers to the grieving families. They were joined by experts from the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board and Boeing, forming a multinational team with decades of experience in unraveling complex aviation disasters. Investigators scoured the wreckage, urgently seeking the black boxes, the flight data, and cockpit voice recorders. These devices, often buried deep within the debris, are designed to withstand immense forces and are critical to piecing together the final moments of the flight. Early statements from officials ruled out external factors like bird strikes or missiles, narrowing the focus to the aircraft's internal systems and mechanical integrity. Every wire, panel, and component was examined for clues. The pilot's last words, engine failure, put the Dreamliner's advanced engines under intense scrutiny. Specialists pored over maintenance records and engine parts, searching for any sign of malfunction or design flaw. Boeing pledged full cooperation, promising transparency and technical support as the investigation unfolded. Around the world, aviation authorities and the public waited anxiously for concrete evidence to emerge. The black boxes would reveal the crucial timeline, the sequence of events in the cockpit, the precise engine performance, and the pilot's actions as the crisis unfolded. Engine performance, pilot actions, and system status in those final moments. Every second of data could hold the key to understanding what went wrong and why. Only a careful scientific analysis of this data, conducted by teams of engineers, pilots, and safety experts, can reveal the true cause of the disaster and help prevent future tragedies. Until then, every theory remains speculation. Investigators must resist pressure to jump to conclusions, focusing instead on facts and evidence. The world holds its breath for answers grounded in fact, hoping that the truth will bring closure and lessons for the future of aviation safety. The Boeing 787 Dreamliner was hailed as a revolution in aviation, an aircraft that would redefine the way we travel. When it first took to the skies, it promised a new era of flight, blending cutting-edge technology with bold design. Lighter, more efficient, and more comfortable than its predecessors, the Dreamliner set new standards for both airlines and passengers. Its innovative wings flexed gracefully in flight, while the cabin offered larger windows, improved air quality, and quieter journeys. Its composite construction, advanced avionics, and passenger-friendly features made it a favorite for airlines and travelers alike. The use of carbon fiber reinforced plastic reduced weight and increased fuel efficiency, while the cockpit's state-of-the-art systems gave pilots unprecedented control. Over 1,175 Dreamliners operate worldwide, connecting cities across one, all the more shocking. For many, it was unthinkable that such a modern marvel could be involved in a major accident. Now, investigators must determine if this was a tragic anomaly or a sign of deeper issues. Every detail will be scrutinized, from the aircraft's design to its maintenance records and flight data. The industry's confidence in the Dreamliner has been shaken. Airlines, regulators, and passengers are all watching closely, hoping for answers and reassurance. Was this a one-off event, or is there a hidden flaw waiting to be uncovered? The world's eyes are on the investigation, and the stakes could not be higher for Boeing and the future of air travel. The investigation's findings will shape the future of modern air travel, influencing not just the Dreamliner, but the entire aviation industry for years to come. The Air India crash comes as Boeing faces unprecedented scrutiny over its safety culture and manufacturing standards. The company is still reeling from the 737 MAX disasters of 2018 and 2019, which exposed deep flaws in oversight and engineering. Documentaries and investigations have painted a picture of a company prioritizing speed and profit over safety. Boeing's leadership has promised reform, citing increased internal safety reporting and new oversight measures. Yet each new incident tests those promises and further erodes public trust. Financial and legal fallout has been severe, with billions in losses and settlements. The crash of Flight 171 is another blow to Boeing's reputation and its efforts to rebuild confidence. For Boeing, the stakes have never been higher. The 737 MAX tragedies shattered trust in Boeing and the FAA, revealing fatal flaws in design and oversight. The MCAS software, unknown to most pilots, caused 2 catastrophic crashes by forcing the planes into unrecoverable dives. Investigations exposed a culture of secrecy and pressure to outpace Airbus, leading to compromised safety. The 737 MAX grounding lasted 20 months, and though the aircraft is flying again, skepticism lingers. Now, any Dreamliner incident instantly recalls the MAX crisis, fueling fears of history repeating itself. Regulators and the public are watching Boeing more closely than ever. The legacy of those crashes hangs over every new investigation. While the 737 MAX dominated headlines, whistleblowers raised alarms about the Dreamliner's construction. In 2024, engineer Sam Salahpour alleged that improper joining of composite fuselage sections could lead to catastrophic failure. He claimed Boeing cut corners to speed up production, with workers using questionable methods to align parts. Salahpour called for grounding the global Dreamliner fleet, prompting an FAA investigation and Senate testimony. Boeing denied the allegations, insisting the aircraft was safe. These claims, though unproven, have resurfaced after the Air India crash, adding to public anxiety. Investigators will examine every aspect of the aircraft's construction and maintenance. The whistleblowers' warnings are now part of a much larger, urgent inquiry. Investigators are closely examining the history of VTANB, the Dreamliner involved in the crash. Just weeks before, the same aircraft's London flight was cancelled due to technical issues, power outages, failed air conditioning, and electrical faults. Passengers described chaos and discomfort, with reports of fainting in the cabin. While an AC failure isn't a direct safety risk, it may signal deeper electrical problems. The key question: were these issues properly resolved, or did they foreshadow the disaster? Investigators are tracing every maintenance record and repair. The aircraft's troubled recent history is now a critical thread in the search for answers. In the aftermath of tragedy, speculation spreads faster than facts. Social media and news outlets fill the void with theories, often before investigators have real data. It's vital to resist jumping to conclusions. Aviation accident investigation is slow, methodical, and evidence-based. Reports of engine failure, prior technical issues, and whistleblower claims are all valid lines of inquiry, but none are proven causes. The truth will emerge from black box data and expert analysis, not online debate. Premature blame only clouds the process and disrespects the victims. The official investigation will take time, but it's the only path to real answers and future safety. Patience honors those lost and ensures lessons are truly learned. Behind every headline is a human story. 242 lives lost, each with dreams, families, and futures. The victims of Flight 171 came from many backgrounds: families, students, business travelers, all united by tragedy. Communities across India, the UK, and beyond are mourning, their grief immeasurable. The loss is not just statistical, it's deeply personal for those left behind. The best way to honor the victims is to find the truth and implement real safety improvements. This tragedy is a stark reminder of the responsibility borne by manufacturers, airlines, and regulators. Trust in aviation safety is hard-won and easily lost. As the investigation continues, the world waits